What's up, Soul Family? My name is Jamie. This is my channel, Soul Expansion, where I hope to help to guide you on your spiritual awakening journey. So today I want to talk about before and after spiritual awakenings. What were you like before your spiritual awakening, and how have you changed since? Before my spiritual awakening, I was really lost. And I really had no sense of meaning or purpose. I was smoking weed constantly. My diet consisted of nothing but fast food, soda, and other processed foods. I was watching porn several times a week, and I pretty much did nothing but play video games all day. This was like my way of distracting myself from the void I had within, the void of purpose and meaning. But after 5 years of an intense spiritual awakening process, I'm now meditating every day, doing yoga, writing, making videos, and now I have a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper sense of meaning and passion for life. And my diet completely changed over the last couple years. I went from a fast food diet to a more plant-based diet with no processed foods, no added sugars. And this awakening process helped me quit cigarettes altogether. I used to smoke a pack a day. I still play video games sometimes, and I still eat something unhealthy sometimes. But, I mean, we're still human. We can enjoy this 3D experience. We're meant to enjoy this experience. As long as it's in moderation and we're staying disciplined with our practices and with our health. I'm just sharing this with you guys because it's crazy to look back at our old selves before our awakening. It's like looking at a whole different person. Because I mean, it basically was. I wasn't living as my true self yet. I was still living through unconscious programs. I hadn't even found a fragment of my true soul, of myself. But back then, I always felt this deep calling to something more meaningful. Something calling me in the distance. But really, what was calling me was so close to home. All I had to do was look within. Because it was my soul that was calling me. I was feeling the call of spirit. Then there was a day that came that something profound had happened. Something profound that later changed my life. It was the year 2016, and I just quit my job at Walmart. I was feeling pretty lost and depressed about life. And one day I was playing video games, and randomly my monitor that I was playing video games on just randomly started smoking. It just shit out, I guess. So then I didn't have anything to play games on. And that was like a tower moment for me. If you know the card in tarot, I know that's crazy that not being able to play games is a tower moment, but it was for me at the time because that was my life. Smoking bud and playing video games. But that year in 2016, I was just starting to get into the pineal gland and spirituality. Something was really calling me about it. And when I didn't have anything else to do, I decided to turn on a binaural beat and try meditating. So I just put on my headphones and just focused my awareness on my third eye as I was listening to these frequencies. And I really let the sounds become absorbed through my body. As I was doing this meditation, I started hearing this ringing that was building in frequency. And as this ringing started to build, this energy, this electrical, powerful energy shot up my spine and into my head. And that's when my eyelids started flickering rapidly. It felt like I was about to leave my body, and my whole body was vibrating. This was one of the most intense spiritual experiences that I ever experienced at the time. It was something completely new. I was experiencing the unknown. So at the time, I had no idea what happened to me. I never heard of this energy before. But I was super excited, shocked, and intrigued by what happened. I knew that something changed within my consciousness. So I started researching afterwards what happened to me, and what I came across was Kundalini awakening. And after reading about it, I knew that my life was about to change. That something within me something profound was triggered and activated. And this triggered the start of my energetic awakening process. For some people, it's more of a natural progression and they don't really have like a really intense initial activation. But for me, it was spontaneous. I hadn't prepared spiritually at all. I wasn't grounded at all. My root chakra was completely unbalanced. So for the next at least 2 years after this, I was dealing with a lot of uncomfortable symptoms from the unbalance. I started going through a roller coaster of emotions and feelings. I would go from pure bliss to crying intensely and feeling like I didn't have a purpose in this life, or I didn't know what my purpose was yet. But this was a part of the awakening process. This was part of me letting go of my old self and letting out all of these emotions that were stored inside myself. I was shedding my old skin. And this was one of the most intense experiences for the first couple years until I learned how to navigate through this energy. Now after 5 years, I'm finding much more balance and alignment within myself. Of course, I still have my ups and downs, I still have my shadows, and I still have my emotions to work through, because this universe, this life is always in a constant flow of expansion and contraction. This is just the natural flow of the universe. But as we progress through our awakening, we start to learn how to navigate with this flow much easier. And then we find a lot more balance and alignment within ourselves. And then this process becomes a lot smoother and less intense. So remember that wherever you are on your path or your spiritual journey, however you are feeling or whatever you are going through, it is ultimately leading you to your true self, to a place of inner knowing. Everything and anything you perceive as an obstacle or a setback is like a stepping stone to your highest potential. With the right amount of inner awareness, we can navigate through this life from a higher perspective and align ourselves with spirit, align ourselves with our soul whenever we need to. Peace, guys. You have an amazing day. Subscribe to my channel, Soul Expansion, if you want to receive more messages from me in the future.